The hidden whispers of ovarian cancer. 10 signs I've seen save lives. Don't ignore them. What if the person you cherish most, your mom, sister, or closest friend, is quietly slipping away and you don't even know it? Imagine their life, their laughter, their presence fading because a whisper went unheard. That's the chilling reality of ovarian cancer, the silent killer. And as a veteran doctor with over 30 years fighting for women's health, I've seen it strike when subtle signs like bloating, pain, or fatigue are ignored. Every year, thousands overlook these clues, and by the time the truth surfaces, it's often too late. Picture this. You're sharing tea with someone you love, and she shrugs off weeks of bloating as no big deal. Maybe you tease her about holiday pies or stress. But what if it's not harmless? What if it's her body begging for rescue and a voice too soft to scream? Today, I'm unveiling 10 symptoms I've seen in my patients. Quiet at first, but explosive when you learn to listen. Stay with me. This might just be the wake-up call that saves someone dear to you. Why ovarian cancer sneaks up. Ovarian cancer earns its grim nickname because it's a master of disguise. In its early stages, it mimics everyday aches, bloating, fatigue, a twinge here or there. By the time it roars, it's often spread beyond the ovaries, making treatment a battle. But here's the hope I've clung to in my career. Early detection can flip the odds. The 5-year survival rate jumps from 20% in late stages to over 90% when caught early. So let's peel back the curtain on these 10 signs. Some I've seen brushed off as aging or stress, but ones that, when heeded, have saved lives. 1. Abdominal bloating. Picture. Your belly feeling tight and swollen, like you've overdone it at a buffet, but you haven't. This isn't a one-off, it lingers for weeks, even months, growing more uncomfortable. In medical terms, it's oocytes. Fluid buildup from cancer cells irritating the abdominal lining. I once had a 58-year-old patient, Maria, who thought she'd gained weight. She ignored it until her jeans wouldn't zip. Tests revealed early ovarian cancer. We caught it in time. If bloating persists beyond a few weeks, especially with a heavy sensation, don't shrug it off. See a doctor. 2. Pelvic or abdominal pain. A dull ache or sharp stab in your lower belly or pelvis. One that doesn't tie to your cycle or a pulled muscle can signal trouble. Tumors press on organs, nerves, even bones as they grow. I treated a 45-year-old teacher who dismissed her cramps as middle-age woes. By the time she came to me, the pain was constant. Stage 3 ovarian cancer. Unlike menstrual cramps, this pain sticks around and worsens. If it's new and unexplained for over 2 weeks, it's not just life, it's a call to investigate. 3rd, difficulty eating or feeling full quickly. Ever start a meal hungry, take 3 bites, and feel stuffed? That's not normal aging. It could be a tumor crowding your stomach or intestines. I've seen this in patients like Susan, a 62-year-old retiree who lost her appetite and 10 pounds without trying. She blamed stress until nausea joined the mix. Early ovarian cancer was the culprit. If you're full too fast and it's not a one-day fluke, paired with weight loss, it's a red flag. Your body's whispering, listen. 4. Urgent or frequent urination. Racing to the bathroom more often or feeling an urgent need with little output. A growing ovarian mass can squeeze the bladder, shrinking its capacity. I recall a 50-year-old nurse who chalked it up to mom bladder from childbirth. But when she woke up nightly to pee, we found a tumor. UTIs or aging can mimic this, but if it's sudden and persistent, especially with pelvic pain, it's not just inconvenience, it's a clue. 5. Unexplained weight loss. Dropping pounds without dieting sounds like a win until it's not. Cancer revs up your metabolism, burning energy as it fights to grow. Susan, from earlier, lost 15 pounds in 2 months. Her jeans hung loose, but she wasn't celebrating. Combined with bloating or fatigue, this isn't a fluke, it's a sign. I tell patients, if you lose over 5% of your weight in a few weeks without trying, it's not luck, it's a warning. 6. Fatigue. Not just tired, bone-deep exhaustion that sleep can't fix. Tasks like grocery shopping feel like marathons. Ovarian cancer saps energy, often causing anemia as it disrupts blood cell production. I had a 55-year-old patient, Linda, who napped daily yet felt worse. Her hemoglobin was tanking from early-stage cancer. Stress or thyroid issues can tire you, but if rest doesn't revive you, dig deeper. It's your body begging for help. 7. Back pain. A nagging ache in your lower back, one not from lifting boxes or slouching, can stem from a tumor pressing on nerves or fluid stressing your spine. I treated a 60-year-old librarian who popped ibuprofen for months, blaming arthritis. When it intensified, scans showed ovarian cancer. Unlike typical back strain, this pain grows steady and stubborn. If it's new and unrelenting, don't dismiss it. Check it out. 8. Changes in bowel habits, constipation. One day, diarrhea the next, or stools that won't budge or empty fully. A tumor can pinch the intestines, throwing digestion off kilter. I've seen this in a 48-year-old mom who thought it was IBS until bloating joined the chaos, revealing cancer. Diet or stress can shift bowels, but if it's persistent and unexplained, paired with other signs, it's not just your gut talking, it's a signal. 9. Menstrual changes. For women still navigating the monthly rhythm of menstruation, any shift, heavier flows, lighter trickles, erratic timing, or unexpected spotting between cycles, can be more than a hormonal hiccup. It might hint at ovarian trouble. The ovaries are the conductors of this intricate symphony, releasing eggs and hormones like estrogen and progesterone to keep periods on track. When cancer creeps in, it throws the orchestra into chaos, disrupting signals and altering the cycle's cadence. I've seen this firsthand with Jane, a 39-year-old graphic designer who brushed off irregular bleeding as just perimenopause creeping in. She'd noticed her periods growing unpredictable, sometimes a deluge, sometimes barely there, coupled with a nagging pelvic ache she couldn't pin down. She ignored it for months, chalking it up to stress from deadlines or a shifting body. But when those periods turned painfully intense, she finally sought help. A pelvic ultrasound revealed early-stage ovarian cancer, a catch that saved her life. Stress, weight fluctuations, or birth control can toy with cycles, sure. But when changes persist, defy explanation, or come with pain, it's not a guessing game. In my 30 years, I've learned that the body doesn't lie. It whispers warnings. Don't wait for clarity. Demand answers with a doctor's visit. Early action can rewrite the ending. 10. Pain. During intercourse. Imagine intimacy turning into a moment of dread. Deep pelvic pain during sex, ranging from a subtle ache to a searing jolt that lingers like an unwelcome guest. This isn't just discomfort. It can signal a tumor pressing against pelvic organs, the vagina, bladder, or even the uterus, disrupting what should be a natural act. I treated a 52-year-old woman, Ellen, who endured this silently for nearly a year, blaming vaginal dryness or menopause. She'd winced through it, assuming it was part of getting older, and avoided mentioning it even to her partner. But when the pain stretched beyond the bedroom, lingering after intercourse and flaring during routine pelvic exams, she confided in me. A thorough exam and imaging uncovered a mass on her ovary, ovarian cancer in its early grips. That discovery turned her silence into survival. Pain during sex can stem from benign causes, dryness, infections, or endometriosis. But when it's new, consistent, and lacks an obvious trigger, it's not normal aging or a minor glitch. In my decades of practice, I've seen too many women dismiss this clue, only to face steeper battles later. If intimacy becomes a source of unexplained pain, don't bury it. Bring it to a doctor. It's not just a symptom, it's a lifeline calling for attention. Why these signs slip by? Here's the rub. These symptoms are sneaky. Bloating? I ate too much. Fatigue? I'm busy. In my decades of practice, I've seen women, especially over 50, normalize these shifts as aging or stress. But ovarian cancer thrives on that delay. It's not loud like a heart attack. It's a whisper that builds. I've lost patients who waited. I've saved others who didn't. My mantra? Trust your instincts. If something feels off for weeks, it probably is. Who's at risk? Family history, B, R, C, A gene mutations, endometriosis, or never having kids. These stack the deck. But anyone with ovaries can face it. Prevention's tricky. No screening beats breast cancer's mammograms. But I tell patients, eat fiber-rich, avoid carcinogens like talc, and know your body. If these signs linger, demand a pelvic exam, ultrasound, or CA-125 blood test. Early action is your shield. Here's the raw truth from someone who spent decades in the fray. Ovarian cancer doesn't play fair. It whispers when it should shout, hiding behind symptoms we're too quick to excuse. I've sat across from women who ignored these signs, bloating, fatigue, a twinge of pain, and paid a price no one should. But I've also held the hands of survivors, women who heard the whisper, acted fast, and reclaimed their lives. That's why I'm here, pleading with you. Don't let subtlety be your enemy. These 10 signs, abdominal bloating, pelvic pain, feeling full too soon, urgent urination, unexplained weight loss, crushing fatigue, back pain, bowel shifts, menstrual changes, and pain during sex, aren't just annoyances. They're chances to fight back. You don't need a medical degree to save a life, just awareness and courage. Share this with your mom, your sister, your friend, every woman who deserves to know. In my 30 years, I've learned one unshakable lesson. The line between tragedy and triumph is drawn by those who listen. So don't wait for a louder alarm. It might never come. Pick up the phone, book that appointment, demand answers. Because when you outsmart this silent thief, you're not just surviving, you're rewriting the story. Let's make it one of victory. Key takeaways. Lesson 1. Bloating, pain, or fatigue aren't just aging. If they persist, they're clues. Lesson 2. Early detection skyrockets survival, 90% if caught in stage 1. Lesson 3. Trust your gut. If it's off for weeks, see a doctor, not Google. Lesson 4. Act fast. Pelvic exams or ultrasounds can unmask the silent killer. Stay vigilant, stay alive. Together, we can turn whispers into roars of resilience. I've seen it work. Now let's make it happen for you.